Hey everyone, Dan here. Before we get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy. All right, folks, here we are on Tuesday, February 20th. We're going to take a look at Nvidia today. So with earnings coming up, I thought we might see where it might hit some support or resistance based on the response to earnings. Now, I know everyone's expecting a big response to earnings, and that's sort of going to be in line with us covering a bunch of levels here on the chart. But I don't want to forget to mention stocks, even stocks that have been crazy like Nvidia, can go sideways off of earnings. So just keep in mind that could happen. Now, if it doesn't, these levels in purple are the fib retracement levels. Okay, so because there's really thin price action through this whole push and these price points, I pulled in the fibs to try to get something that could resemble pullback levels. So we have we can just read them this way: 662.60, 610.94, 569.19, 527.44, and then we actually get some of the support levels that I had put in based on the price action: 502.62, 474.60. And then you can see the others below. I don't know how low we need to cover or how high we need to cover, but those are the levels to the downside as I see them. And then these orange levels here are the fib extension levels. Okay, so with the zoom, all right, this is the best I can zoom, so I don't know if there's more levels above this, but this will cover us for a little ways at least. So we have this first level in here is 756.12. So that'd be the nearest in resistance level aside from that 46.11, 746.11 previous top out. And then above that 807.78, and then if it still has some juice, 849.53. So that's what I'm looking at on the Webull side of things. Now, also if it does drop mightily, I would wonder if this yellow uptrend support would give any barrier to breaking through, or if it would just sort of cut right through it, and in which case we could take this off the chart. But it had been holding that previously. There is this gap down here still that's unfilled, about 366 to about 318. I mean, that's really far away, but just to remind folks of that. So these are the levels sort of top to bottom as I see them based on those fib levels that I put in. Again, the retracement levels are in purple, the extension levels are in orange, and the standard support and resistance levels that I have are in blue, based off the price action. So those are those. Now, in the think or swim set of things, again, to sort of help with levels above, since we're stretched out where price action hasn't been before, I pulled in these ATR levels. So these are dynamic, so they do change as candles and price action evolves. But as we get into March here, that's these levels here. So as it's currently situated, we could see levels up here, 740, 768, 64, and then this level here is 712-ish, 711, somewhere around there. Now on the current ATR levels, you do see it's situated sort of on the support right now. That ATR is 685.03. Okay, so it's very close into that level right now. And then if it does come down, that blue level is 631.73, this one here. The yellow level right here is 598.81, and then this level down here, 545.51. Okay, so I know we're talking a lot of levels, but again, it's basically because I wanted to pull in as many different options as I could, because we don't know, or we don't have a bunch of historical price action to go off of to draw our standard lines in. Now, because it's been pushing so hard, it's obviously up out of the upper bound of the channel. Today, on Tuesday, it started to draw back in, so we'll see what it does with that. It doesn't appear to me that it came all the way down to test the mid-range of the channel, which is, I believe that's the 669.13. Does that make sense? I think so. So we'll see, if it does scoot down there, and what that brings. Does it bring support? Does it fly through it and stretch toward the lower bound? That lower bound is down there around, what is that, 620 or so? It's bound right here, 626-ish, something like that. Histogram, real sort of like herky-jerky, so kind of hard to feel like, you can place a ton of emphasis on it, but it had this nice steady climb, and then, a little bit of a pullback, but then it just picked up again, brief pullback, and then a hiccup, pickup, and then it's spent 3 days drawing down. So, the question is here, is it going to draw down? Obviously, a big reaction to earnings could throw any of this sort of all askew pretty quickly, but no triggering yet on the TTM squeeze indicator, so that's sort of not happening. And yeah, we'll see what happens if any of these levels come into play, how the channel sort of holds up and how it acts or reacts in there, and then versus, of course, any of these levels from the fib retracement, fib extension, and then the standard support and resistance, as well as the uptrend support that we had noted on the chart. All right, folks, I hope that your trading week is off to a good start, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.